Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hope y'all are doing well. Um, I'm excited about this Sunday. There is a lot of cool stuff that can be gathered from the Proverbs, and I want us to have some fun with this lesson. So let's talk through this. For starters, I love this line. It says, "Wise people know how to live faithfully in the world." Be sure and point that line out to the students. Uh, Several. I know we asked the question last week, what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? But I think that's just a really great summarization of what wisdom looks like. Wise people know how to walk faithfully specifically to God through the world. That's just really helpful. So point that out to them. I would also tell you too that the question that they want you to ask from option number one is a great question, and that's specifically the one that says, "What do you need wisdom for in your life right now?" I think that's a fabulous question, and we should absolutely all ask that this week. But let me encourage you to ask it closer to the tail end of your lesson rather than right out the gate. Um, and I'll say that with this caveat: some of you know your students better, and you know how to read your room better. They may be ready to talk about what they need wisdom for right when you sit down at 11:15 on Sunday. But generally speaking, they're not. They're fairly quiet. I mean, they want to talk about stuff, but I mean, not necessarily the deep stuff just yet. So don't go there quite yet. Wait till the end of the lesson. Ask that question. What do you need wisdom for? And help them know what we genuinely care. We want to know um, not only how we can help encourage them, how we can pray for them, how we can point them to God's truth, because God absolutely does use older adults and leaders in our lives to give us wisdom. So help them know that. But ask them that question again, just at the end. I will say this: Proverbs 1:7. That is easily the most important verse that we will share with the students this week. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and fools despise it. Tell them that. It is foolish for us to ignore God. The most important thing that we can do, the most safe thing that we can do, the most satisfying thing that we can do, is to revere Jesus and the things that He's taught us and told us to do and to obey. And when we do that, um, uh, I don't want us to lie and tell them life's easy, because it's not. Um, but that really is the best place to be when we revere Him above all others. So definitely drive that verse home to them. Now, when you get to Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, that little section, just a heads up, when I was tallying it up, that's like the second or third most favorite verse of our students. Uh, Philippians 4:13 was the most quoted verse when they said, "What's your favorite verse?" Um, and then Jeremiah 29:11. It was either Jeremiah 29:11 or Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. This is a verse they know, a set of verses they know, they like. Some of them will get excited when we go to that passage. Um, so don't graze over it, but definitely help them understand really what that means. When we say trust, when we trust in God, that means we're going to obey Him, regardless of what it's going to cost us. That's what trust really means, is to obey. So help them to see that. Um, I think that you can make this last section from Proverbs chapter 22 really interactive and super fun. And there's actually two ways that I want to encourage to be interactive this week. Instead of starting your lesson asking, "Hey, what do you need wisdom for?" Come in with your favorite proverb. Maybe if you've got a favorite proverb that's not from the Bible, that's awesome. But pick one actually from the book of Proverbs that this one's your favorite, and then if you've got a favorite that's again not of the scriptures, and there's lots of good one. For instance, my favorite is from Yoda. His proverb, of course, is "Do or do not. There is no try." You know that's a really helpful proverb, right? There's lots of good, even really funny proverbs. So let me encourage you: go online, maybe print off a bunch of the funny ones or the non-biblical ones, and make it a game. Read them, a non-biblical proverb and a biblical proverb, and say which one's out of the Bible, and it'll be fun to see how they respond. Give them the opportunity to come up with their own favorite proverb, again, either from the Bible or not from the Bible. Again, they've got their smartphones in their pockets, so give them the opportunity to Google funny proverbs. Now, obviously, they want to be careful because there are some inappropriate ones that are going to pop up, but anyway, from the section from chapter 22, read each verse and then just say, "What do you think that means?" And some of them are really obvious and some of them aren't, but make it an interactive conversation. And if they don't know what it means, then you can give them the answer that's listed here in the lesson, or expound from what you know that verse to mean. But really, let this be an opportunity to jog some good conversation. And in doing this, we're teaching the students how to slow down and read the Bible and actually to think about what it is they're reading. And then, of course, the next step after think about what we're reading is how do we obey what we're reading. And Proverbs really is all about obedience. It's not just handy advice. This is life-giving wisdom that we want to heed. Guys, I love y'all. I'm excited about Sunday, and I will see you soon. Bye.